Blockchain real estate is basically real estate ownership that is held and proved on the blockchain. This video is not about what the blockchain is. I am assuming at this point you already know what the blockchain is all about. Now, some blockchain real estate is real physical real estate, and then you also have the other side of blockchain real estate, which is virtual real estate. This video and this channel is not about virtual real estate at this moment. I'm focusing on physical real estate, but count on it. In the future, I will be talking about virtual real estate because it's a big and growing space, but believe me, it's very expensive to get involved with the good projects. And this channel is about how basically anyone can all get involved in investing in real estate, and the blockchain allows that. So real estate that's on the blockchain is sometimes fractionalized into smaller parts, and those smaller parts are on the blockchain. Or you can have the other side of it where they say a house itself could be on the blockchain. The future of real estate, blockchain is going to be involved in the future of real estate. We just don't know to what degree yet. But it provides a lot of benefits to have real estate on the blockchain. You have increased liquidity because now when it's on the blockchain, you have a lot more people that can participate, so that's a lot more money. And when you have increased liquidity, you get greater values. It's called a liquidity bump. On the blockchain, you have reduced barriers to entry. Right now, if you were in my market and you wanted to buy a single family house or a duplex or a triplex as an investment, and you came to me, you're basically going to be asked to put 20% down plus some other closing costs. It's going to take a little while to do it. There's going to be a bunch of paperwork. There's going to be a lot of other costs, appraisals, inspections, fix-ups, things like that. And that takes time, and it takes good credit, and it takes cash. When real estate's represented on the blockchain, a lot of those things are eliminated. Also, there's greater transparency, and that's a big thing in real estate. Having things on-chain in the future is going to be revolutionary for real estate. You don't need to have a survey done every few years. If it's done and it's put on the blockchain, then other people can access it. So transparency is a really big thing in the future coming for real world assets being represented on the blockchain. Now, in this case, I am talking real world assets. So RWA, you sort of see that narrative is popping up. Sort of the tokenization of everything is a lot of talk. People want to tokenize their assets. People want to tokenize debt. They want to tokenize securities. They want to tokenize everything. People, they want to tokenize art, collectibles. So real estate is a huge part of what's coming up with tokenization. Now, the problem with tokenized or blockchain real estate is basically there's the potential for fraud, and you have a sort of lack of regulatory clarity right now. The SEC, maybe there's a little bit of concern on what they're going to do coming forward with the tokenization of securities, where they can be held, what blockchains they can be held on. It's sort of an unknown territory at this point. They haven't made final decisions, so you're going a little bit blind. There's also a lot of volatility involved, and there could be a pretty good potential for fraud if you're on a platform and you don't know what you're doing, you don't look at the fee structure, you don't really do your due diligence, or maybe they're not providing you with the due diligence. That's a problem. That's a potential for fraud. Right now, because this is an emerging market, you don't have as much liquidity as I would like. It's growing, it's coming into the future. Some platforms have a marketplace in which you can be trading tokens. Other platforms don't have that, and you're kind of locked in for a long period of time, 5 or maybe 7 or 8 years. I like the liquidity of the platforms that have a token marketplace, and I like the future of what's coming with real estate, and that we do all see in the future a day when real estate is tokenized in such a way that you can trade those tokens on open markets. So there are some open markets right now for retail investors. Another platform that I really like is Lofty. Lofty is tokenized real estate on the blockchain. They're using Algorand, and they take rental properties, they fractionalize them into $50 shares, and then you can buy in at $50. You can buy just one, or you can buy $10,000 worth, and then you participate in the governance of this property. And then also you participate, you get the rents every month. I think they pay the rents out daily. I love the fact that they're paying the rents out daily and not holding those. You get the depreciation on your taxes from your ownership. And then also you get the appreciation. So when the property goes to sell in 4 or 5 years, when the DAO that owns that property decides to sell that property, then you get to participate in the appreciation. So you get rents over time, you get tax benefits over time, and you get the appreciation of the property. That's real estate investing, you guys. That's what this channel is all about, is real estate investing. So why not? Imagine if you and 6 of your friends decided to buy a rental property. You came to me and said, Brian, we want to buy a rental property. Me and my 6 friends, we're all going to put in $20,000, $30,000, and we're going to buy it. We're going to manage it together, and then we're going to split the rents. Fantastic, but you're still going to have to go through the long process of qualifying for a mortgage or getting enough money down to buy it outright. So if you're willing to go there and you see that as a reasonable concept for buying real estate, then why not expand it from just 6 of your friends to 6,000 people? Same thing. It's just a bigger structure, more involvement by more people. So, how does that work? Who's deciding? Every platform's different. But that's sort of the ethos of what's going on, is crowdsourcing, crowdfunding real estate, and then participating at whatever level you like. So the future of tokenized real estate, you guys, it is going to explode. Real world assets coming on chain, being represented on chain is going to explode over the next few years. It's starting to explode right now, you guys. Real estate is up for a change. The fees are too high. It's too much friction to get involved. People hate that. You guys, I've been a broker my whole life. It's about 30 years now I've been a real estate broker. And I can tell you, people are fed up with it, and there's a lot of people getting blocked out and aren't allowed to participate, and that's a real problem. We need more people to be able to participate, and it's getting harder. Investment properties are getting more expensive. Rents are going up. Rents never go down. If you look historically at rents, it never goes down. So I understand the desire of people wanting to participate in that market, but the frustrations when you can't. Maybe your credit's not that great. You don't have enough down payment. Tokenized real estate takes care of that. If you were to go on to Lofty, if you were to go on to Groundfloor, is another platform that I like. You're not going to have to go and submit your credit report. No one cares what your credit score is. No one cares how much money you make, any of that. If you can go through KYC, which is know your customer, and just provide your driver's license to prove who you are, you can be buying in. I like the strategy. Let's say you have $5,000, and what you really want to do is you want to be in investment real estate. You want to buy a rental property. Well, you can't do it at $5,000. So how are you going to participate when you only have $5,000? This is a way for you to participate, start growing your $5,000 over time, maybe over 5 or 10 years. You can grow that by participating in tokenized real estate, be adding more funds to it every month, growing it. And then at some point you would have, let's say, a bag, you would have your wallet would be big enough that if you wanted to, you could actually then go to a broker and buy your own real estate. Maybe not. Maybe tokenized real estate, you find out is the future for you for investing. You look on Groundfloor, people are getting 10, 12, sometimes 14% returns right now by lending their money to fix and flippers. You crowdsource fix and flips with a lot of other people, and then you get all the interest from that flipper. It's basically hard money lending. So there's another side of it. Tokenizing of debt, providing access to liquidity. So in the case of Groundfloor, you're providing liquidity, you're providing money for fix and flippers to flip houses. You're the hard money lender. So it can be a lot of different things that tokenized real estate can be. It can be debt, it can be ownership. Also in the future, you guys, a really interesting thing coming up. Let's say you have a house and it's worth $500,000 and you owe $150,000 on it, and you want to go buy a rental property down the street. One thing you would do is you would go to your bank and you get a home equity loan. You borrow against your property. There's some friction there. Then you have to go get another loan to buy that new investment property. What if you could tokenize your equity on your house? And you could put your equity up on the platform. To say you wanted to raise $100,000 for a down payment and put that up on the crowdsourcing platform or on whether tokenized security platforms that are coming into play. This is becoming an option. I think you're going to be able to do that probably within the year of 2023, if not 2024. But I know some companies that are starting to look into that space. They are looking into that right now. So that is coming. So look for that coming in the future. That's really exciting. You tap into your own equity like that, where you can get the money pretty much as quickly as you want. If you want to watch a video on Lofty, which I told you about earlier, they have pretty good fees and I like what they're doing, click on the link right here. Now, if you'd like some more information on Groundfloor, which is a video I did recently reviewing their platform, then click on the link right here and watch Groundfloor. That is the one that was the hard money lender.